my voice for the one time. Drop some emojis in the chat real quick. We're about to begin. All right. I think they're ready for us. I think they're ready. Maestro, cue that illustrious theme music. Yeah! Woo! Let's go. What's good, everybody? We are live here on none other than my crib. Y'all actually in my kitchen right now. It's my first time ever streaming in the kitchen. Shucks. We are live with it from none other than Makers FM.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
What's good, VADC? Jocelyn Cartier. Let me also make this a little bit more legit. I'm gonna put this on my jacket. But yeah, I'm in my kitchen right now. Currently, at the moment, I'm gonna be honest, I'm currently re-putting together my studio at the moment. Putting it all back together. I'll explain. Long story short, I had a redirection in how I'm setting up my space, and I wanted it to look a certain particular way. So in the meantime, I figured I would set up in my kitchen and kind of go from there. And if you do see a gentleman walking behind me, that gentleman is none other than my father. So he'll be in here casually, just kind of vibing out with your boy. Crash Fleece says, cooking in the chicken like Chuck English and Asher Roth. That's actually a song, yes. Let's run some frequencies for the one time. Ow. We actually got a pretty good day ahead of us. I'm gonna just hold this. I like holding the microphone. I'm more of a microphone holder. If you don't, welcome to the club. I am. I'm also getting used to the fact that I'm like not in the studio room, but it feels really good to not be there right now.
Hey, welcome to the club.
So let's see here. Let me peep the chat real quick. Silver Rose says, why am I in my kitchen? It's because currently my studio is being reworked. And I got some cool little lights. Actually, I can control the lights of this kitchen while I'm sitting in here. I can literally turn off these mugs like this. Just like that. Peep that. Peep that. I can literally turn off the lights. I can turn this one on. I might actually keep that one on. That might look a little cool. I might swap that out for this light. I like that. It makes it look cooler. It's like warm in the front, right? Like bluer in the back. I'm not mad at it. Plus, I can also change colors. So if I want to swap the color to like, I don't know, like red or green, I can make it green in here. I can make it purple. Like it's pretty darn crazy. But let me go back to my normal color. You also do that to kitchen too. There we go. But yeah, nice change of pace. But nonetheless, if you've never tuned in here before, my name is Kaelin Ellis, and live, usually Monday, Tuesday, Friday, I am here on this live stream, cooking up, creating, and collaborating, and listening to music live here on the stream. I actually might consider this as like a space to like do something even cooler in the future. Let's see what we got. Silro says nice space change. Fonzie says Kaelin the head chef. Hey, my dude, we got the hat. You peep that hat though. The hat though. But to give you some context, Mondays usually I have a thing called Monday Night Beat Therapy. And what Monday Night Beat Therapy is essentially I like to make a sample here live on the stream, cook up, create, make stuff. But then Tuesdays is called Fix That Beat Tuesdays. And I don't know if you guys were around for this Tuesday. I fixed two people's beats. You have Nick Astro and you have Ronnie Ayers Spacely, who are both Makers Club members. And on Fridays are what I like to call Feedback Friday. And if you never tapped in with Feedback Friday before, tonight is the night where you can essentially submit music that you've created. You watching, you can submit music that you've created to our very own Q slot. And the Q slot system, in a simple way, is a form that you cop a slot. After you cop it, you fill out the slot, you submit the music, and I will give you honest, right now, right here feedback live here on this stream. So that's kind of the idea. That is kind of the idea. So yeah, we do it every single week whenever I'm traveling. So if you want to tap in with that, I highly urge you to go over to my KaelinEllis.Gumroad store and cop a Q slot. And I'll actually swap over real quick and show you guys what that looks like. Let me see here. I'll go over here, Q slot. I'll show it to you. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. All right. Booyah. Move this over. And yeah. There you have it. Q slot system. Copper slot. Boo boo boo. Serge says, hey Kaelin, can you show us how you produced Masego's Unhinged? I actually made a video about that. I made a whole video how that song happened, but I can post that video of me breaking down the whole song, because stem-wise, I basically took a whole jam that he gave me and I put drums on top of it and basically structured out that last minute of the record. But yeah, man. We got a good little day ahead of us. We got a good little day ahead of us with skips. We got some people who caught some free spots. I usually give away a ton of free spots at the start of the stream. And usually the start of the stream is 5 p.m. Eastern. Silvero says, I really need to redo the Q slot logo. It's been a minute since I made it. Bro, if you can mimic that one joint we did for the Feedback Friday and Fix That Beat, I think that would really, really kind of tighten it up. But I definitely see you on that. Would you redesign the Makers FM logo? Like, does that sound like something you'd be curious about? But yeah, man, I'm excited about tonight. Copper Q slot, and I'll explain to you guys what that is. So for tonight, when I say cop a slot, copying a slot allows me to be able to organize all of the submissions that come through, and I can listen through to everything you guys submit. But this is essentially how it goes. The submission form for the Q slot goes live at 5 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday and Friday, giving everyone an equal chance to grab a slot. Now check this out. For feedback, skip the free queue and gain access to a guaranteed live review. Like, you can skip the line and I'll be able to review whatever you submit to me here, right here. So don't want you to miss out. Don't want you to miss out. What is accepted for submissions are songs, beats, instrumentals, sample flips, or videos. What will not be accepted are full albums, projects, or non-music related content, like random audio, unrelated videos, or memes. Because sometimes I just gotta let you know that is not acceptable. You can't submit that. Can't submit that because this is too much. Way too much. Yeah, man. I'm also so used to having two screens, so I'm like organizing this at the same time. Let me see if I can add the chat. See if I add the chat. Should I add the chat? Matter of fact, I'm gonna add the chat to the screen. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Yeah. Okay. Love it. But any questions, any suggestions, anything you guys got in your heart? Anybody got any questions or things that you want to share with your boy before we begin this process? Because once we begin, we will be in it. We will be in. Okay, it's going to be full listening session. Full on player. Play on player. See if I can do something real quick. I'm gonna scroll down to be able to access the chat. That's really what I want to see. I want to see the chat. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I can actually open up some of these lights real quick. Hold on. Real quick. Open up this mug. Go to this one. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. If you want to be able to send a track, go to type in submit. Hey, yo, Wilbrus, I mess with the new location. You been here, bro. This the crib. This is the crib, bro. Let me go ahead and swap over and play some waiting music for a little bit. Oh, you misspelled submit. You just type that mug in, but there you go. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's all good, no worries. There we go. Let me see here. Let me also do one more thing. Let me adjust this real quick. Make sure it swaps over to Twitch. Hey, Will says, I know, bro, but it's refreshing from the camera angle. I might actually do, this is how I'm about to do my whole house. This year, I'm switching it up completely. Silver Rose says, the lighting is mad cozy. You really like it, bro? Okay, so let me tell you, I got windows, but I also got lights. So this is the first time I ever set up in the kitchen before. So, matter of fact, let me see if I can walk around real quick and show y'all what's going on. So we got a little We got the simple stuff, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of walk around like a cool little thing.
Appreciate you.
You got your granola over here. Don't peep the cabinets. That's being worked on. I got water. I can actually get snacks during the stream now, bro. Like, bro, you know how cool this is? Like, this is game changer. Hold on, I actually got to turn on one of these lights. Hold up. Let me turn on one of these lights. Hold on. Yeah. Give me 20%. Do like a 50 here. Yeah, I want the white here. White here as well. Just wait till the studio gets set up, bro. We just getting started, bro. We just getting started, bro. Just you wait. Once I start playing like my sets, I'm going straight to the living room. That's when it's gonna get real crazy. That's when it's gonna get real interesting. So, Ayo Will says, I miss chilling out there. My voice is a lot quieter. It's because I gotta set up stuff a little differently. I gotta push the preamp of my mic. Yeah, Arsenzo says, Sensei, we here, bro. Arsenzo is in the chat with us. Yeah. All right, so let me see here. Let me see if I really do want to find a way to hold my mic, but I feel like I'm not gonna be able to get the proper mic set up unless I just have it set like this. I could arm-wise do like the whole swivel, but I ain't trying to do all that. We chilling today. And we listening to music. That's what we about to do. Today's Feedback Friday, y'all. So, I guess we shall begin. Let me make sure I get this sorted properly. And I'm actually kind of curious. I wonder if you guys can hear. I'm gonna try something real quick. I wonder if y'all can hear. Can y'all hear this right here? Can y'all hear this? Is that cutting through? If it's not, yeah, it's cutting through. I see it. Perfect. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Trey B says you know the arm mic that does a swivel thing? You know, I ain't trying to. Mark says, Kaelin, that place looks nice. Bro, just you wait. We just getting started. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna spoil it. I'll just tell you this. I had like a whole, I'll tell you this. I had a whole epiphany, and the epiphany was learning how to have direction and learning to give things a vision. And so I didn't realize the orange color, having cozy lighting, being in the crib like this, and I'm just streaming and talking to y'all. This is new. This is a new direction. I want to make it feel like y'all really here with me. So with that being said, let me go ahead and stop stalling, that is. Because someone will be like, play the music, Kaelin. Play the music. But yeah, here we go. Let me see here. Let's get into the hot seat. The lighting is similar to my living room. And that's the crazy part, because this is my kitchen, bro. Welcome to my kitchen, bro. Y'all in my kitchen, bro. And I can turn all these mugs off too. So we gonna lock in. We gonna lock in here real quick. We gonna lock in real heavy real quick. When it gets dark, you gonna really see how crazy these lights finna look. Silver says, so you're stalling. So you're telling me you're stalling? Stalling. All right, so today's Feedback Friday. We finna bump some joints tonight. Let's get to it. I'm ready. All right. Here we go. So, cop a Q slot, see what's going down. Important notes. Let me just also forget this because I have to always communicate this disclaimer. Limited availability. Slots are capped. I think right now we have currently 20 spots available where you can skip the line and get your joint played right now. One submission rule, limited slots to one person per stream unless you cop multiple skips. So let's keep that in mind. Submission deadline. Once the stream starts or slots are filled, no more submissions are accepted. Inappropriate submissions, non-relevant or inappropriate content will result in a permanent record ban. Does that make any sense? So we finna get to it. Let's go. First submission of the night. Let's go ahead and hit the individual. I saw somebody submit a bunch of times, and I feel like that genuinely might have been Arsenzo, but we'll get to that point. Silver Rose first up says first flip of the year. This is also our first Feedback Friday of the year. So let's go. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's popping. I'm gonna open this mug up, go to, and we got to run it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. I'm gonna turn this mug down because it's kind of clipping a little bit. There we go. No clipping. Yeah. This is tough. Wow. Silver Rose, I'm loving this new direction because it's eerily similar to the first time I listened to like Vaporwave for the first time. But it's like it's not Vaporwave, but it's the same feeling I received when I first listened to Vaporwave. I'll give you a good explanation. I ended up playing basketball for years in high school. And whenever I would go about listening to beats or listening to instrumentals, I always preferred the joints that had like a whole atmosphere behind it. And also too, because it isn't what you typically do, and I hear how your approach is on this, it just makes it 10 times more fire than it already is. So I don't know. I like this sonic that you're aiming for, Silver Rose. I think it's really, really dope. And I would actually recommend you to do this more often. Like, I'd be curious to know if there'd any, like, I wonder if there'd be anybody that'd be down to like actually sing and rap on top of like your stuff like this, because it's really solid, Silver Rose. So shout out to Silver Rose for the one time. He said, I've been getting more into this type of stuff. I want to expand on it. Please do. It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So shout out to Silver Rose for the one time. Oh boy. Arsenzo is up next. He says, been dropping like my life depended on it. Let's go. Let's see what's happening, Arsenzo. Dear God, what are we about to witness? No advertisement. Let's go.
The way that you moving ain't righteous. You moving like you got a death wish. You're playing with too much emotion. Should I just go ahead and just... The way that you moving ain't righteous. You moving like you got a death wish. You're playing with too much emotion. Should I just go ahead and just... start shit. Go ahead and start shit. I don't want problems. I need a model. I need a girl who's gonna hold me down. I need that one who's gonna be around whenever I'm in need. Go ahead and mistreat me and see how that ends up completely in disaster. Go ahead and run it up like you don't got no matcher. I need a down little shorty with her nails in. I need an independent woman who's gon' throw some, yeah, throw some, yeah, throw some. Throw that ass in the air like you don't know one, yeah, throw some, yeah, throw some. Throw that ass in the air like you don't know one. The way that you moving ain't righteous.
I'ma go live
You're
my
moving
IG
like
for this
you
too.
got a death wish. You're playing with too much emotion. Should I just go ahead and just start shit? Go ahead and start shit. I don't want problems. I need a model. I need a girl who's gonna hold me down. I need that one who's gonna be around whenever I'm in need. Go ahead and mistreat me and see how that ends up completely.
Jesus.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
First off, Arsenzo always comes through. He always comes through, bro. Every time. It's crazy that he called this a BS demo. I don't see how in the world this is a BS demo, because when you think about some of the things, that he be doing, because here's the thing, he's been doing this.
Hey, welcome to the club.
I kid you not, for months. Arsenzo has been doing this same, like, not the sound. I don't want to say the sound, but there's a feeling invoked in the way he does it every time. And I guarantee you he submitted more and he did it again. I'm going to guarantee you he did it again. Watch. Oof. Look, I can't even make this up. Peep game. Peep this. Back for more. First off, this is an unhinged photo, bro. What is going on?
Yeah.
How did we get here? Jesus. Okay, so let me go ahead and also get this sorted too, because I'm trying to get this mug streaming. Right now. Trying to go to stream. Let me put the key in. Hit OK. Type that mug in. And as well, go over here. Silvero says, we got to work together sometime, Arsenzo. Back for more. Let's get it. No. Oh, God.
You need someone that's gonna hold you, someone to control you, someone that's gonna show you that there's no one else but you. Told you that I told you that told you that I want you. Yeah, I want you. Just to tell me how much you want me. Don't try to put no one else above me. You know I'm feeling for you monthly. Yeah. Every day, yeah, every night, yeah, all day, yeah, on sight. Yeah. I need your body right next to mine. I need your body right next to mine. I can't be blind. I know it's time to realign my life. I know that I let you go, but I'm calling you back, calling back for more, for more, for more. Calling you back for more, for more. You need someone that's gonna hold you, someone to control you, someone that's gonna show you that there's no one else but you. Told you that I told you that told you that I want you. Yeah, I want you. Just to tell me how much you want me. Don't try to put no one else above me. You know I'm feeling for you monthly. Yeah. Every day, yeah, every night, yeah, all day,
Yes, sir.
yeah, on sight. Yeah. I need your body right next to mine. I need your body right next to mine. I can't be blind. I know it's time to realign my life. I know that I let you go, but I'm calling you back, calling back for more, for more, for more. I'm calling you back for more, for more, for more. I'm calling you back for more.
What is wrong with you, bro? What did I tell you? What did I tell y'all? I told y'all. Did I not say that he was gonna do the thing he does every single time he submits here? He'd be like, bro, he's going nuts right now. Every time he will go back to back to back. If Arsenzo was a boxer, I'd put my money on him every time, easily, bro. Because he's gonna give you something that smacks. Mark my words, Arsenzo, we got to get back in the room again, bro. We got to get back in the room again. I'm currently resetting up the stew right now, and I'm trying to make that mug feel cozy and like inspiring to sit in, not just function wise, because he's already been to the studio before, but I got a direction. And I actually want to see like what would happen. We get back in the room and actually do the thing, you know, do the thing. We got to do the thing again, bro. We got to cook up. But shout out to Arsenzo for the one time, bro. And he got it again. Watch. He said last one. I told y'all he's finna three-peat. Remember when remember when MJ hit that game winner against Cleveland and the dude goes, he did it again. I feel like this. Watch. Hold up. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and log into this mug real quick. Hold on. Let me log into my Google real quick. Yeah, let me go. It's NCH Studios. Go ahead. NCH Studios, that mug. Hold on. Hold up. All right, here we go.
I know you. Yeah, I know you. I don't know what's going on with you for real. Can you just hold up? No way. Just tell me straight. I don't want problems with you, babe.
Bro, he submitted 6 times one night. I'll never forget that.
I just wanna be with you, babe. No one can tell me nothing. I promise you I'm up to something. Trying to win back your love. Go ahead and just tell me what's up.
He can't keep getting away with this.
Go ahead and spin the block again. I'm here just waiting for your love. Go ahead and
this
tell
made me want to get a Gatorade or something. Hold up.
With me, go ahead, baby. I know you want this love. You see, I'm tired of you leaving me. Go ahead and tell me what you need, baby. Yeah, okay. I know what you need right now, darling. I'm over here just waiting, starving for your love. You're the only one I trust. Go ahead and tell me what I need. So when you back, little mama, please, I need you in my life. I don't think I can survive. I need you in my life. Without you, baby, I could cry. I need you in my life. Nobody else can survive. I need you in my life. I need you in my life. My life.
Oh my gosh, bro. Bro, Arsenzo's ear is probably like top tier. Top tier, bro. Every single time. What? Every single time. Arsenzo, bro, we thoroughly appreciate you, man. I promise you, as soon as Arsenzo pulled up, I guarantee you, like, it was one of those things where, like, when Arsenzo pulled up, it made me realize, like, all my dreams are about to take off, bro. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. Okay? It's about to happen.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Shout out to Arsenzo for the one time. Up next, we got Trey B. Okay, Trey B has submitted something, and he says here in quote, some light bounce work to start the year. Took your advice last time on the mixing and cleaned my process up a lot. Here's to 2026. Let's keep propelling the new sound forward. Jocelyn Cartier says Kaelin is fighting the urge to put his hands on the keyboard. Bro, if only you knew. I don't have a piano. Aww. I don't have my piano. It's okay. Let's go. Ivory Check by Trey B. Let's get it. We're finna rock this one. Copy and press play. No. Hit enter. There we go. There we go.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Makes me want to have like a strong breakfast. It makes me want to have a strong breakfast and look for like the dopest mirror. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever see like this beat sounds like a lot like Taste of Lime and Audio 4. Bro, the tastefulness of this is crazy. First off, you got the sound selection, which is absolutely incredible. And I'm so glad that you took the advice that I had given you because, bro, like, how can I word this? I've never been verbally stumped before like this, but hearing that reminds me of a time of when I first saw like Off-White gear. Like Virgil Abloh Off-White gear. Like the beat sounds like the craziest tastefulness selection. And we've all been inside of like, it's like, when you're inside of a room and all the pieces in the room look fire. That's what the beat sounds like. It just feels clean, fresh. And I feel rejuvenated listening to that. I'd also love a part that would be really cool, just a musical suggestion if you're open to it. Those chords that you're playing, if you drop the drums out and just have like a sine wave bass for like a couple passes, like maybe like 8 bars, just for one moment, because it's like a wave. It's like it's rising and then it goes right back down. But that's what I love about the beat. What would have been really crazy is if you threw like a moment of it just having like a bass where it's just like, I got you. And then it goes right back into it. You listen, and you can sit with that. You can sit with that, bro. That's the tastefulness is so insane. And Yeah, bro. It's really dope. I love what you submitted here, dude. I would honestly recommend you to drop it ASAP. Okay? Simple as that. Simple as that. Up next, we got the one and the only Shay. Shay. Okay. Let's go, Shay. First time trying to make a house vibe. Appreciate the feedback. Just trying to make this track better. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Appreciate you submitting. Let's see what's going on. We finna rock this mug. Hit this. Press play. Press play. Let's go. I'm about to go live on IG right now.
Look into my eyes, look into my soul, long way home. Cause you on the other side of the ocean, hoping to see you soon. But I know it's going, time is slowing down. Home is where the heart is, and that's wherever you are now. I'ma be an artist, yeah. Paint this memory with sound right now. I'm thinking I might need a plane ticket, can't get it, it's sold out. I'm a couple private jet then, if I only had a couple bands, I would be so down. Distance, I can't fight it, it's light outside where my night is. Need Midas to turn this back to go so I can see you once more. Cause I want you back. I want you back. Cause I want you back. For some interference, ain't loud enough to get my voice from you to Lisbon. Do you feel the feeling that I'm transmitting through telekinesis? No visas, I'm building an app that can hear your heart. Connects to mine when we are apart. Call that Bluetooth love, baby. So we never break up in the service wherever you are. From the Yucatan, when you do your dance, to the Indian Ocean where I'm floating to Japan. I'm on my Jackie Chan. Need a rush to the brain, but the hour is slowing down. I'm sinking down. I need a pick me up, cause you is all around. I want you back. I want you back. Cause I want you back. I want you back. Cause I wanna be a girl. Kiss and touch and see your soul. I just wanna be a girl. And if you're down to, I'll be down to.
To the one and only Shay. Said first time trying to make a house type vibe. Appreciate the feedback. Just trying to make this track better. First and foremost, I think you are going down a really great direction. A really, really great direction. What I love is it has this very like bop-ish kind of feel to it. Like, you know when you play something and it has like this like, you could tell that they play, like I can hear that y'all had fun in making it. And I think that's huge. That's crucial. That is the number one thing you never want to get rid of as you're making a house type vibe. Now, as far as like some of the production cues and what it did feel like, it felt like a hybrid between like a house vibe, but it was also using the same instrumentation of like a hip hop beat, given that the beat did have these like snares and clap layers that you would typically hear on like a hip hop record. Or a good example of someone who does this a lot is K Tronada. And so I would actually recommend peeping game on as like, matter of fact, I would peep game on having a reference, specifically having a reference when it comes to like house type vibes, because a lot of house joints, given the history of what it is, house music has a lot of like disco roots. And when disco got banned, when discos in the 80s got banned, then disco turned into what became house music. And house music had a lot of people playing drum machine music. It was actually a whole thing where they were like, oh yeah, the day that disco died, house became a thing. And so you can hear how the influences of like disco translates to house. The reason I bring that up is because it's a great piece to reference in making something like house. And so when you make something like house, there's always like a consistency with like a really sticky pocket, and you could just take things in and out. And yeah, bro, it's really, really good to hear that not only that you appreciate this type of style, but if you influence, and this is literally what would make this better. If you take a reference of a house record that is doing what you envision in your mind for it to do, it'll give you the response that you're looking for. And if you really want to have a good reference, listen to Living My Life Like It's Golden by Jill Scott, remix by Kaytranada. That is the best example because he does use strings, he uses pianos, he uses snares, and he makes it knock like it's a hip hop beat, but it's a house joint. And I would highly recommend using that as a reference if you want to improve this particular record. So Shay, shout out to Shay. I love the voice, I love the approach, and I love everything about this record. If you want to improve it, definitely listen to Kaytranada as a reference. So yeah, bro, that's what I got for you, my dude. Hope that makes sense. It's a very underrated remix, yeah. Not a lot of people know about those deep cuts because he went on a rampage back then. Silver Rose and Rob. Wait, I didn't expect this. Silver Rose says collabed with Rob from Ken Don's Discord server for this one. Let's go. Let's see what's happening. What's happening? Let's go. Let's see what's happening. Wow, let's go. First and foremost, the first thought that I had in my mind was, what's his name? I was just thinking about his name. Flamingosis. Flamingosis. If you don't know who Flamingosis is, he's a perfect example of someone who chops up a lot of funky samples and puts a crazy pocket. Crash Fleet says, "Oh snap! Almost swore with how that flip was put together." Yes, dude, absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm actually kind of curious. Rob from Ken Don's Discord server, you gotta let them know about the Makers Club. Let them know about the Makers Club. If you don't know about the Makers Club is the best in the world.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Silver Rose and Rob, bro. That's such a clean joint. Such a clean joint. Dave Kessel says, Makers, what they do. Appreciate you guys submitting. And shout out to everybody that has submitted thus far. We are deep in what I like to call Makers FM. And tonight is Feedback Friday. And if you want to be able to tap in, I highly urge you guys to cop a slot from KaelinEllis.gumroad.com. You go here, cop the slot, fill out the form, and I will review whatever you have submitted to me tonight here on this stream. I'm listening to people's music and I want to give honest feedback. And tonight, what you guys just heard was Rob and Silver Rose from the Makers Club. They made a joint called Rob You of Your Silver. So yeah. Rob knows about you in... Okay, let's go! He knows. But yeah, we are live on multiple platforms, by the way. Let me go and not forget to tell you guys that. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. All at the same time. And I'm in my house. Y'all are actually chilling with me in the crib right now. Hold on, let me let you know what's happening. I'm in my crib right now. I'm in my house. I'm in my house, bro. My house, okay? You know how crazy that is? I'm in my house right now. I'm in my house. This is my kitchen. This is exactly my kitchen. So, yeah, bro. Let's get back to it. We about to get back to this mug. Back to it. But yeah, cop a slot. We about to listen to some joints tonight. Up next, we have the one and the only Kaj. Let's go. He said, in quote, sample some Elvis Jones in this. Have fun making this one. Might pull a chill lead in there in the last section. Still debating it. Don't debate it. Throw that mug in there, man. Throw that mug in there. I'm pretty sure it's gonna sound crazy with it too. No advertisement. I'm sorry, I don't accept ads because y'all don't be paying no boy to do this. No, Spotify, you don't pay me to do this. Let's go.
Girl, you got me lost in your riverbed. We've been working hard just to get it there. And you're loving on me in the dark dress. Love surrounding me, baby, I'm obsessed. Now I'm lost in a void, ignoring all of the noise. Leading me to your love, only hearing your voice. Water won't let me leave, nothing under my feet. Swimming into the deep end. I wanna get deeper with you. 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 I wanna get deeper, deeper in your body. Wanna just dissipate you and me tonight. I wanna get deeper, deeper in your body. Yeah, you pull me in like the morning tide. I'm the kind of wave that you love to ride. Wrap you up.
Shout out to Kaj. This is
in my
Kaj.
ocean blue. Every high, every low, pulling closer to you. Now I'm lost in a void, ignoring all of the noise. Leading me to your love, only hearing your voice. Water won't let me leave, nothing under my feet. Swimming into the deep, yeah. I wanna get deeper.
I feel like making the lights like purple for this. Hold on.
I wanna get deeper with you. I wanna get deeper with you. I wanna get deeper in your body. Wanna just dissipate you and me tonight. I wanna get deeper, deeper in your body.
Jesus, and that's says, I want to be Kaj's friend. First and foremost, y'all in the Makers Club, y'all got to be friends. Hold on. First and foremost, this made me want to change the colors of this house. Hold on. Let me just do this properly. This is exactly what I felt in my life. Like, this is exactly what I felt. I'm going to tell you exactly what I felt. I'm going to go to this color. Let me go to this. Hold on. I wonder if my lights will color up. We'll do it. Hold on. I'm going to open that mug one more time. When I realized at that moment, the lights, I won't worry about the lights. I'm going to worry about the lights later. It made me feel like I wanted the lights to be purple at that second. Because I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Secondly, you flipped the heck out of that Leon Thomas joint. Ross Ohm did say that would be perfect for a house joint. I feel like that'd be perfect in New York, and I feel like that'd be crazy in Chicago. I feel like I won't even say EDC. EDC doesn't deserve something like that. I feel like that is I just thought of something really cool. What would be really, really crazy? What would be really crazy is how experienced are you guys in playing live beat sets? Just playing your beats for an extended period of time in front of people. Have you ever done that? Is that something that's brand new? I feel like if you got joints like that, that needs to be a part of a giant set of music. It needs to be a part of a giant set. It's just worth it. It genuinely is. But yeah, shout out to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, aka Kosh. If you want to put a lead in there, I don't think it's necessary, but if you feel it in your spirit, go for it. But it's literally perfect. It's literally perfect. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar says, I'm starting to introduce more of my own edits into my sets. You know what? Play them edits in your sets, bro. Because at the end of the day, the game quite literally is controlled. The room is controlled by whatever a DJ plays. So you got to have some. You got to have a little something. Better walk in there with a little bit of red pepper flakes, a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of, you gotta walk in with something. You better walk in with something and come away with something. You know what I'm saying? This is it, college. This is it. Telling you, play more of your edits, bro. Trust and lean into that. I only say this because I literally, the moment I started leaning into my own edits, that's when the artistry started to really open up for me. So you're there, my dude. Shout out to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the one time. Up next, we got Voxy B. Voxy B is amongst us. And she has submitted, she said, hey, Kaelin, happy 2026. I've got a Voxy B McNair collab. McNoxy. We got a McNoxy collab. What? McNair and McNoxy. The Oxy crew. The Oxy crew. Nah, let me not say that. Not playing. Let me go and swap this over. I'm gonna swap this. Yeah, I'm gonna open this mug up right now. Let me see what we got. Let's see what we got going on. I literally said the Oxy crew and like, nah. I don't know why that makes me think of cotton balls, but all right, let's see what's going on. Snow Woe Call. Let's get it. Let's see what's going on. Let's pop it.
I'ma tell you this one time. Boy, I want you to be mine. Can I come see you now? Can I lay with you outside? Can I touch your lips with mine? 'Cause I need you now. Don't wanna leave, I just wanna be here by your side. You make me feel and believe that we in paradise. 'Cause I don't feel the ground. No, I don't feel the ground. But I'm feeling right. I tell you what it's all about. 'Cause you make
I gotta make the colors like a certain way in here. Hold on. This is crazy. Jesus. McNoxie and Voxy B. McNair, hold on. Is that coming out anytime soon? Because that needs to be out. That needs to be out there like last week, bro. I don't know what y'all. You know what's so crazy? Voxy B will come through with McNair and play some of the most incredible tape. This quite literally is what makes this is why I say the Makers Club is the greatest producers in the world. The Makers Club is comprised of over 3,000 producers with some of the best taste in the world. Every single time. Every single time you're gonna hear something so crazy. And actually what's so funny is I was wondering what actually was making what necessarily is it that makes everybody so good? Because we talk about we have these moments, right? We have like all these moments where it's like, yo, everybody's so good. The reason is because y'all taste is so freaking incredible. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like y'all taste is to be able to do some of this stuff. Like, so McNair, McNoxie, that I'm remembering that. That's crazy. Ross Ohm says definitely some Teyana Taylor vibes. I listen, the day I get to connect to get like Teyana Taylor, I'm gonna have Voxy make something with McNair and I'm gonna put them in the room together because that's just so tough to me. Why y'all so good? What? Shout out to Voxy B and shout out to McNair. My God. Up next, we got Bushido. Bushido says here in quote, "Hey, Kaelin, a couple months ago, you reviewed my beat and told me I should make an album. And that's exactly what I did. This is a track from the new album, Black Orchard. Let's go. Hold on. Wait a second. We got an Apple Music link. Equinox, let's go. Let's rock it. This is Equinox by Bushido. Here we go. He got 17 songs in this mug. Let's go. The future is here. Woo! Y'all tune in to Makers FM. Best in the world.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
Shout out to the one and only Bushido. First and foremost, this track is so incredible. Black Day says going on my playlist right now. This is a joint, literally, quite literally, that because he literally said in quote, "Hey Kaelin, a couple months ago you reviewed my beat and I told me I should make an album." The fact that there's a whole body of art like this, I'm for sure about to save this mug to my playlist. I want to listen to the rest of it. What? I'm adding it. Easy peasy, bro. The fact that there were so many submissions, so many, and you individually were like, I'm doing it. I'm glad that you did, because now there's a whole body of work. I get to review y'all albums too if I want to. Get to listen to the community, like, hey, this album I got a chance to listen to. You know, and I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful that like you took my advice, because I think these days, especially like with the new era of music, and that is, I feel like slowly but surely we're getting back to like I feel like music low-key is turning back to the way it was back in like 2008. You know, like every 10 years or so, you have a new sound, new style, experimentation, doing these different styles and doing these different beats and making entire bodies of art. But now at this point, there's so many more tools that are accessible as us being creators. And it's so cool to like, I don't know, just witness people's evolution. And the fact that you took the advice and dropped the whole body of work is just actually incredible, bro. So shout out to Bushido. I definitely remember you from the last couple months ago, bro. It's just nuts. It's just nuts to hear there's a whole body of work now. Now I'm about to like study and see what's going on, man. This is cool. Shout out to Bushido for the one time. Shout out to Bushido. Up next, Sweater has submitted, and he says was planning on putting this out next Tuesday. Let me know what you think, bro. Oh, let's go. It's a short. Good
morning, gorgeous.
Yo!
Can we just sit down for a moment? Cause something is clear to me. If today's been kinda treating you rough, why won't you tell me your problems, please? Yeah. No, my intentions are good, girl, I swear. I don't want you to be mad at me. Right here is where I wanna be, yeah. Tell me why you're giving me a lot of space. It don't make sense to chuck it when you're close range. I know you tried, but you ain't never tried it with me. Yeah. Don't you lie, girl, do you got your own replacement? I don't like sticking where I don't got a place. All I ask is that you keep it real with me.
Oh my God.
Good morning, gorgeous.
First off,
just sit down for a moment.
First off, y'all gotta understand how insane this is, because I got a chance to meet Sweater back in like, it was last year at NAMM. Actually, I was talking to Curtis King. Curtis King was, we were all around like the what was it? We were on that panel, bro. We were at that panel, and I remember having that thought of like, yeah, when the time aligns, like we gotta, and dog, to hear this,
something is clear to me,
bro. Engine ears, yes. By the way, we gotta talk. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. I know I have. If not, I gotta DM you. I gotta shoot you my number, bro. We gotta do some work. We gotta do some work, my dude. We gotta do some work, because yeah, you're so cold, dude. Yo, he said, "Yo, big dog, don't play something that's short run to people's ears." I might, cause here's the thing. Yeah, perfect. He just hit me. Yes, sir. We gonna tap in. Are you in LA right now? Yeah, bro. Absolutely. But shout out to Sweater for the one time, bro. That needs to go up ASAP. And actually, on YouTube, you could do collabs now. So if you want to collab with me on this mug, just when you upload that mug, like when you have it uploaded, just put in the collab, put my YouTube like name in for the collab, and I'll accept it. So he said, New York, I'll be back for the Grammy week. Okay, easy. Shout out to Sweater for the one time, bro. Sweater weather. That was such a cold, like this right here.
If today's been kinda treating you rough, why won't you tell me your problems, please? Yes. intentions are good, girl, I swear. I don't want you to be mad at me.
I don't want you to be mad at me. Come on, sir. Come on, sir. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Up next, Ross. Oh, Ross. Let's go. That dude Sweater. Yes, sir. Sweater's the GOAT. Sweater's the absolute GOAT. Up next, we got Ross Ohm. And Ross Ohm says here in quote, all drums recorded and layered with some programmed drums. Mike on the vocals. It's a remix / flip. I can't afford a mic verse. I can hit him up. He said, also looking for folks who want to collab in the Discord. Hit me up, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's popping. What's so funny, Trey? What's so funny, Sweater? I was actually just up in New York, so I'll probably be out there again pretty soon. So let's see what's going on. Let's pop it. Tapestry flip.
No one to rap on a mask in a black hoodie. It's not hacky, now I'm back with a sad boogie. He do the math, my brother Knob and get the racks to me. I know his back is what the problems in the past push me. Jerk the flyers for me. And send last to my apartment where these frats hook me. You know the Mac, he still be ballin' on his last hookie. They still his man, that means somebody in his back. Fill the land, what made me heartless and the stats good shit. We the gas bullies, we in the crib, make classes, watch stats bushy. Get mad cushy, it be hard to make a living in catastrophe. A bit of atrophy, at our darkest shit be hidden in the fallacies. It know what it's actually. It's so sparse with atticism where my passion be. Just the agony. They say I learned to talk my shit too casually. I rather trip, I can't exist too passively. This big tapestry.
Shout out to the one and only Ross Ohm. First off, that's got a very menacing feel to it. It feels like it holds like a tension, like the tension of like this. Because there's no bass line. That's actually the craziest part. There's no bass line. But I like that with the pocket, and I love with that, like, you know, the sample choice that you chose, the drums. I can hear how like the program and the recorded create this kind of like off kilterness. And yeah, bro, I like the approach you went with this. It kind of almost reminds me of this producer years ago from SoundCloud, but he was like OG. He was like OG. His name was Prof.Logic, Professor Logic. Okay, I used to call him Prof Logic all the time, but it was Professor Logic. Logic with a K. Professor.Logic. And a lot of how your choices are, or in the decision making that you have, is really similar to that of like Professor Logic, because he was one of the first heavy experimentators. Him and I'm blanking on another one, bro. Ross Ohm says, yo, that's the homie. What? See, you bring up names like that. They don't talk about those names enough for me when it comes to SoundCloud greatest producers ever. They don't talk about those names. There was another dude alongside Professor Logic. Who is his name? When next time you talk to him, ask him if he remembers Mr. Mockwell. We did a joint together years ago, back in 2012. And I'm blanking on the name of the joint, but we did a joint years ago. And I'm talking about years ago. Not everybody talks about 2010 SoundCloud. That's what we all don't discuss. We don't talk about, because the thing is, when rap and trap took over mid 2010s, SoundCloud rap literally changed what the original culture was. What the original culture was a lot of creative heads making some of the craziest stuff that was way better than what was on the Apple Music stores, was on YouTube. And the only person that was like a good hybrid of both was what was it? Was Flying Lotus. Flying Lotus, Mr. Carmack and Selection, the homies, you know, Mad Lib, like I like just to give you a little bit of consensus, like what we are doing here when we play these crazy beats, there was a time when that wasn't like common. It wasn't common to hear those many crazy kind of beats. There was only like you usually had a lot of people trying to imitate the hottest producers. And because it was like 2010, 2009, 2008, you had a lot of people there was a lot of people trying to imitate Ninth Wonder. You had a lot of people trying to imitate Timbo. You had a lot of people trying to imitate Ryan Leslie. You had a lot of people trying to imitate Kanye West. It's still up on the cloud. Yes, Professor.Logic. You could actually look him up. Let me search him up real quick. PROF Logic. Yeah, Professor Logic. Gregory Grant, the absolute GOAT. This man is the GOAT for me. And go to his most popular tracks because he has joints that go way back. That's like it's just crazy.
I'm attorney Bill Winters of
No, Bill Withers. I'm sorry. Just trying to get this right here was it. This right here was it for me. Professor Logic. You were getting stuff like this 14 years ago. Plus, I remember my old school, like, SoundCloud brain was trying to recreate what he did in this track because I had never heard anything like that before. That was what made SoundCloud so crazy, is because you would go online and hear things you ain't never heard before. But now there's so much of an efficient system that everybody's got these sound packs and you just hear people doing the same thing over and over again. But this is Gregory Grant. This is exactly him. Prof Logic. Professor Logic with a K. But yeah, that's what your joint that you submitted really reminded me of. It reminded me of a time when music was more so in a space of like, I made this sound and it doesn't belong to anybody else except for me. So, yeah, man. Up next, we got Petrolane in his house. And Petrolane says, this track is called She. One of my older joints. I was listening to a lot of FKJ at the time. Shout out to FKJ. I actually toured with him and Lou Phelps. He said, and just wanted to try something in that lane. Just looking for vibes from everyone. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. Let's go. Question. When was the first time you heard a trap beat? Do you remember where you were? Do you remember when trap music started to correlate with like smooth vibes? Do you remember when that time was? This is tough. Shout out to the one and only Petra Lane. That was called She. That was 8 years ago. And crazy enough, you literally said probably 8 years ago. So I can only imagine the first time you heard FKJ. I remember the first time I heard FKJ it was actually not it wasn't a Masego joint. It was a video of him playing in front of a bunch of people, and they were just kind of like circling around him, and he was like the first person I ever seen with the like visuals that were heavy. But I love that. I love this lane because this lane kind of reminds me of when things started to change musically. It was like when producers were starting to understand their voices a little bit better, and that like a voice isn't just an audible thing of you saying a word, but like what are you trying to say at the end of it? And it's like if you try anything experimental or do something a little bit different, that this was, he said, that's the one I saw. Me too, bro. Like, and I can hear the influence in how you approached that record with this. It's like, that's what you saw, and this is how it made you feel. And so the feeling correlates to She. And the fact that this is 8 years ago, I'd actually be curious to see, and I'm actually kind of curious to ask, maybe I can ask you this question. Are there any decisions or choices that you would adapt from that? Or let's say if you were to revisit it, what decisions would you make to that track now? Because something I think that would be really dope is revisiting an era like this with the Petra Lane of now. Because that was the aim, but I'd love to see what Petra Lane would do with those same sounds now. You know? Because what has shown itself is that your taste over time has evolved, and it's clear as day to hear that your taste did a thing. It did a really important thing, which is it revealed some really great stuff about your touch. So, Ace Train says, search Alex Eckstein on Spotify. Okay, I'm gonna put that name down. But shout out to Petra Lane for the one time I do. Up next, we got Black Day. Black Day. Let's see what's going on. He said, hey, been making music for a long time. I had this joint released this joint last year. I would love to hear what you think. You're an inspiration for real. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's popping. Let's go. Let's get it. Wow. Shout out to the one and only. To the one and only. First off, Black Day. That environment that your music just created was absolutely like, that put me in a trance, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I love the flow. I love the sound selection. I love that not only just the direction, it feels very VADC, because VADC, here's the thing. VADC is a house guy. That joint, he said, run it back, bro. Run it back. I love this sonic. I love the sonic about this track. I love that. Yeah, it has like an abstract flow to it. It reminds me of something that Joe K would probably play on Selection, but like in a crazy spot. Like the lights, the things are moving, orchestrating a certain way. It feels like, hold on, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna show you what I mean. Watch this. Hold on, let me show you. Move small. Let me show you exactly what I mean. How does Joe K say it? Eclectic gems, forgotten beats, eclectic soul. You tuned in right now with Selection Radio, yo. That's exactly what it feels like. That it feels like it's home. It feels like it sets an atmosphere, bro. And for that, I think you have something really dope with this one. Whatever direction that made you want to go down this route, I would heavy would recommend you to make more of it. More of it. VADC says mixed like it's a different house styles. It had an Afro vibe to it for sure. The part of like my Nigerianness did make me want to like move my shoulders like this a little bit. So shout out Black Day. You got something here, my dude. Up next, we got Blacktimus Prime. And Blacktimus Prime says here, in quote, he says, yeah, Happy New Year, makers, Famalamba. I used Cesar as a reference and then said, why not just throw the verse of the song? So that's what I came out with. The OG Star Fox sample helped birth this one. If we have any Star Fox enjoyers in the chat, any OG Star Fox enjoyers in the chat, what can make me a better producer? What do you feel from this, if anything? Okay, I'm going to tune in heavy to my feelings. Heavy into my feelings. So let's see what's going on. Named attack. Let's go. See what's happening. Blacktimus Prime.
There ain't no place in the world where Busta Rhymes ain't the baddest motherfucker. You understand? Do you understand who this man is? Do you understand how hard he brings it? Nobody's following this motherfucker. Nobody.
Look, bitch, it's my city. You get smacked silly. Thought it was yours, give me. Back to shut shit now. Nigga, fuck with me. Jail music for riots. Catch the smoke 50. Fuck the place up till I turn 100 and fix it. Now I'm here to fix it up. Motherfucking lift it up. Get your niggas drunk till you land. You better piss it up. Now I'm back with the coke and I bet you all sniff it up. And skirt in the race. Watch from Tokyo, drift it up. Take this loss. All day sauce. Take cheese on. Anything on. Take it all in the mouth and make a straight cough. Cocaine boss. All day floss. Foul niggas know we on the ground and we live it up and drown cases of goose till I frown and we spit it up. Got us running through it. Got 100 stupid. Now we about to lose it. Y'all wanna do it? Watch the way we mix it up. Peep the way we fix it up. Anyway, sure they get on her knees and how she licks it up. Red carpet swag on a nigga when they fix it up. Rich put up prices on the coke, you see the britches up.
So far, shorties throw they bra, and I need a lighter to light the perfect cigar. Brand new jet, brand new car, leader of the new shit, brand new zone.
Light switch off, human link cross, shine bright at the evening, diamonds crisscross. You ain't out here to find it, time to get lost.
In case you niggas ain't know, bitch, I get busy like a silverback grizzly. Roll up some more sticky. If it's hood to ever be blocked, roll them all with me. So much smoke, they nickname in the flow chimney. Pass every federal no crispy. The great bus rhymes. You win a few times. Just spoke your name up. You live a long time. So when we in this bitch, most you niggas get no shine. And valid niggas, stop begging for cosigns. Now this be the dosage to have them black and make them do shit. Then they back up until it fucking break into. Better call a medic. You know my whole aesthetic. Energy kinetic. You better clear that exit. Light switch on. Functional. Till everyone in this bitch gone. Launch grenade bombs. Spit that venom to break up your legs and both arms. Volcanic eruption. We tell them remain calm. Heavy metal like Metallica. Now witness the massacre. Somebody should have told them niggas they shouldn't come after you. Feed the planet to cook up international trafficker. Now pull up with the sprinters, cause all of my bitches passengers. So far, shorty's throw they bra. And they need a lighter than light. The perfect cigar. Brand new jet. Brand new car. Leader of the new shit. Brand new czar. Light switch off. Cuban link cross. The shine bright of the evening. Diamonds crisscross. If you ain't out here to find it, it's time to get lost. In case you niggas ain't know.
Shout out to the one and only Blacksmith Prime. So first and foremost, I love the fact that you peeped the Star Fox sample. That's such a classic. Very classic choice. Very tasteful. So I want to say taste. Taste is probably going to be the biggest word I'm going to use for the remainder of the year when it comes to getting better as a producer. And one of the things I did not know about taste is one of the things that differentiates people from others. Let me break it down to you. I hear in the track that you are using the chop of the Star Fox sample. And what made it actually very clever is that you used the section of not only just the chord change, you were using the chord change as a chop. So that's a very tasteful approach, and that's a good decision. So as well, the drum pocket, I can hear what you were aiming for with the pocket, aiming for with the bass, I hear what you're aiming for. The one thing that I've learned that will make you better, and what I feel from this, is if you double down on what you're curious about. The curiosities of like using certain drum sounds, the curiosities of creating from like a certain selections of sounds. Like, I'll give you a good example. You utilized a Busta Rhymes acapella that has this energy to it. Now, the energy behind his voice, even the fact that they use the MOP acapella as well in the track will signify that whatever your body of music or like the ground that is that you've laid should feel just as identical to the instrumentation and like the vocal. Like the vocal and the instrumentation should be on par. And so something I think you would benefit from is for that type of track, it could be as simple as having a really, really strong snare and a kick and then keeping that chop. One person who does this very well is Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats will take 3 sounds and make it the greatest thing you've ever heard. And I can hear that your approach is literally there. But a lot of people don't point at the taste of, well, maybe their delivery is coming this crazy. Maybe my drums should also be like, you can hear a Swiss beat and be like, and he's playing like hard hitting drums. You could take that same joint and to better it, just swap it for more like intentionally aggressive sounds. And if you listen to that acapella, and not only just this acapella but other acapellas, and match the sound with the sonic nature of what you're hearing, you will get crazy results. And you're literally 2 sounds away from doing that. But it is there. And I hear your chop doing it. So I want to encourage you in that. Like, it's there. It's quite literally there. Yeah. Blacktimus Prime says, bro, I shopped this song all week and nobody could tell me what it was missing. Literally, hold on. I'll give you a good example. Let me show you what I mean. So let me play your track, right? So the one thing I think that would literally work for this is if you had aggressive drums. Like literally just aggressive drums. So keep that chop and keep it, like the idea you have is cool, it's dope. But watch this. Let me show you what I mean. There was a record from Swiss Beats album that came out back in 2018. And you're going to see what I mean. Swiss Beats. Let's go to this album. And this is the joint right here. Poison. Right here. Sound. If you give those kind of, bro, that kind of drum with what you just had, that would match so well. And that's quite literally why I say references will give you the thing you need to be able to, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's quite, like, match, like, all you gotta do is just match the energy. And actually, you know what? That's the craziest correlation that that's the craziest correlation I can make to production. If you have something that's really, really good, and it's dope and it speaks to you, but you have something that's missing, ask the question, is there any sounds sonically in this beat that I'm making that is not matching the energy? Like sounds wise, is just something not matching the energy. If you ever hear my beats, a lot of my beats have sounds that all like go along with one another because the energy of the sound is either aggressive or chill or vibey or huge or small, or like they're all the sounds are mimicking each other by character. So if you can ask yourself that question, you can get to the bottom of what is missing to any track. So I hope that helps you, bro. Shout out to Little Only Blacktimus Prime. Up next, we got Zoe in this for the one toin. So Zoe says in quotes, made this last night. Let me know. See what's going on, Zoe? See what's going on, my dude. Let's see what's going on. tough. Woo. Shout out to the one and only Zoe. First and foremost, I could hear somebody writing a whole record to that. Low key. I could hear Doja speaking something crazy on top of that. And here's the thing: whenever I say Doja, I don't mention Doja as like, oh, that'd be a great artist to have on top of this beat. I think Doja, as weird, quote unquote, as people say she is, I feel like she is a perfect, like, she is like a great embodiment creatively that I feel like understands our creative weirdness. Like, if there's anybody that I've seen artist wise that like perfectly embodies, like, I understand music, I understand and study this, and I'm gonna make these records. I can make the pop records. I can also rap. I can also understand the musicianship. I can do this. I can do that. I feel like Doja is a great example of that. I feel like I'd hear Doja on top of this, just saying something slick. Probably in a similar style as like when Doechii decided to drop "Girl Get Up." Like, I feel like I'd hear a crazy hook on it with some crazy bars. But the tastefulness behind your sample choices, Zoe, are always insane. Like, you have an insane way of choosing some of the craziest sound. Like, your choices are crazy. And if you made this for anybody, I would highly recommend you make like a tape. You could make you could low-key make you could make like a whole tape of like Zoe concepts and just be like, I would literally run out like tapes, like a batch, like make a batch of joints and then put them up on streaming platforms. Like, cause it's cold. Your choices are crazy. So shout out to Zoe for the one time. Shout out to Zoe. And then we got another one. He said, been experimenting with Detroit sound. Uh-oh, let's go. We got the Detroit sound from Zoe for the one time. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's happening. This is your granddaddy. Ooh. Kitchen while I get my studio correct. We cooking up. Why not the kitchen? The kitchen. Why not the kitchen? Like, his vibe is always like tasteful, very tasteful choices. The sample, that sample sounds like the same joint from Dilla. Hold on, that's the Dilla sample. That's the Dilla sample. Donuts. It's from the Donuts joint. It's a Dilla sample. I promise you, the beat sounds like that. I can't even make it up. I only know the vocal chop. I don't know the name. Hold on, let me look it up. That's the same sample. That's the same sample. Hold on. Not lights, the people, mash, time, glazed, airworks. I think it might have been airworks. This is it. This is the sample. It's the same sample. It's the same sample. Hold on, right here. This right here. That's the same sample, bro. Yeah, see, this is the thing. This is how you know it's a tasteful choice, bro. Bro, I grew up not knowing lyrics to hip hop records, but if you told me to imitate a chop for a record, I was probably gonna pull up a Dilla record and maybe just yeah. I've been doing that for years, bro. The one I think is super funny. The name of the game is the Lightworks. What is the game the girls play? Oh man. What is the magic that fronts one's eyes? Sparkling gleam light up the skies. The name of the game is Lightworks. Boom, 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 boom. Low key, what is so impressive about that joint? This is very random ramble. What's so impressive about Lightworks is that Lightworks has a slowed down version of the same song. Like they slowed it down. And Madlib made a whole beat off the slowed down version of it. But if you look it up, Raymond Scott, the Bendix Tomorrow People, there's like a whole version of it. It's crazy. But shout out to Zoe, man. You just made me go down a whole rabbit hole. Incredible. Kristen Eliana, let's go. Chrissy said, in quote, I heard this beat on YouTube and said, this is how I would make a song out of it. And here's how it goes. Let's see what's happening. No advertisement. I'm sorry. Let's run that.
You don't know who I am. What's your intentions? Don't pretend to like me.
Woo.
Keep the same energy when you say fuck you so politely. I got my own issues that don't need more. I don't need yours. I give up what I won't do, what I please. Don't need to correct me. My man ain't got fighting. I'm not who you want me to be. I got my own damn mind. I think for myself. I speak for myself. If I wanted your opinion, I'll ask. So in the meanwhile, get off my ass. Kept friends with you, stuck in the past. I'm on my way and I ain't looking back. I'm blessed. Tryna live my life the best. Tryna live my life with no stress. You press, but it really don't matter at all. And there's no limit to the things that I can do. We ain't worried about you. There's no limit to the things that I can do. They see me grinning now, I'm winning now. Get out of my way. Positive vibes only know when they are here to stay. If
Your
you
tone
don't
is
like
crazy.
what I'm saying, then it's fuck you. Then it's fuck you. If I wanted your opinion, I'll ask. So in the meanwhile, get off my ass. Kept friends with you, stuck in the past. I'm on my way and I ain't looking back. I'm blessed. Tryna live my life the best. Tryna
There's no limit to the things I can't do. Wow. First and foremost, you have a really good voice. Secondly, I know Iman Omari, and to hear that joint is actually like incredible. A Hidden Gems mixtape. And I love that there's more. There's more. She said, I heard this beat on YouTube and said, this is how I would make a song out of it. So what's so great is I love the fact that, like, bro, Iman Omari is one of the GOATs. He is the GOAT. He's one of the GOATs because he hears the thing and plays the thing that you would least expect, but it's like the noodle. And hearing what you did with this, I'm hearing that you fed off of the noodle that is this tasteful choice to make this record, to make this idea. And the fact that you only got 4 followers on SoundCloud, nah, we got to fix that. Christine Eliana, nah, we got to fix that ASAP. I'm retweeting that. That's tough. Absolutely tough. I love the way your voice sounds in this. And the fact that this is 5 years ago. What? That was 5 years ago. Jesus. My God. I'm gonna have to tap in with if you know him personally, we should definitely like figure something out, because that's incredible. Up next, we got Blacktimus Prime. And Blacktimus Prime says here in quote, I want more because I found so much value in what is provided here. This is my favorite beat that I created last year. It's something I really, really different than what I'm used to making. Thoughts and feels, please. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening. He said, it's really different than what I'm used to making. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's popping. Shout out to Blacktimus Prime. So first and foremost, he said, I want more because I find so much value in what is being provided here. This is my favorite beat that I created last year. It's something really, really different than what I'm used to making. Thoughts and feels. I feel like the beat reminds me of two things, but it also makes me think of a few ideas, a few concepts. You mentioned Star Fox. Star Fox indicates to me that you are a video gamer at heart. Am I wrong? Am I off? Do you enjoy the entertainment of video games, concepts, characters? So Blacktimus Prime, what is really dope is you have unknowingly a really strong understanding of history correlation to like video games, what makes video games, I think, is as one of the most powerful mediums that is of like music, of like concepts, is that music in video games, sounds in video games indicate a pattern. And if you can capture or understand a pattern quickly, you can pretty much do whatever you want, right? So the reason I bring that up is simply because there is a video game that I think of that I think you would really appreciate the OST to. Sonic Heroes, the video game. I'm talking about the OG GameCube video game. They have moments throughout that whole thing where the drums are skittish and like chopped up and moving fast like that for an extended period of time. And when I was in high school, I didn't know drum breaks like that would come from the combination of like drum and bass. And then there was another genre called jungle. Jungle was a much more raw version of drum and bass, way more raw. And what I hear in the approach is you touching jazz fusion, jungle, and drum and bass. I would recommend peeping video games, like video game OSTs, to build upon what you know for video, like for putting together production. And I feel like you know a lot of video game references to be able to pull things off. And I only mention that because when I used to play video games, a lot of my taste and a lot of my curiosity came from listening to the NBA Street Volume 2 soundtrack and copying what I heard verbatim, understanding the patterns. One of my favorite beats ever is Eric Sermon React. The reason I bring up Eric Sermon React is because the pattern that sits inside of that beat is it's literally my internal dialogue to make things feel equally as similar as that track. Circling back to the Sonic Heroes concept that I just gave to you, I would listen to the Sonic Heroes OST, listen to that soundtrack and reference it, working on ideas like this. Every single idea that you have ever made did pull its influence from somewhere. It's just now you are creating a direction for it. And if you can look for the direction for a form of an idea that you have, you can literally make it feel like whatever, as long as you have a direction for your taste. You know what I'm saying? Taste isn't just, oh yeah, I like chicken. I like vegetables. I like smoothies. What kind of smoothies? Where did you get the smoothie taste from? Where did you get the influence from to like that kind of flavor? Like what influenced you? And the sooner you can point at what it is, like that reminds me of Sonic Heroes, I would pull on that and reference that in how you're making. And I would suggest that for all producers, if you play video games a lot. If you play a lot of video games, you should reference the music that you listen to as you play video games to make music. Both worlds are pretty much the same. Video games are like a experiential sound pack. Think about that. So, shout out to Black Demon's Prime for that one, man. And then last but not least, we have the God Self-Made for the last of the skips. And he said, peace, bro. Me and the homie No Tag, the producer, collabed on this joint. He says the bass too loud, LOL, but it sounded good to me. What do you think? Always appreciate the feedback. Appreciate you, bro. Let's see what it sounds like. If the bass sounds pretty loud to you guys, I'm gonna play it on my monitors. I have my I joints on my monitors, and I'm about to play this mug and see how it sounds tonight. Appreciate everybody vibing out with you, boy. We are here on Makers FM. We about to bump this mug right now.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
Let's go. This is tough. Shout out to the one and only, the God self-made and no tag. First and foremost, peace, bro. Me and the homie no tag producer Cloud in this joint. He says the bass is too loud, but it sounded good to me. What you think? Always appreciate the feedback. Let's see here. Before I answer your question, Korean Abdul-Jabbar, I think the bass has its own kind of like sonic nature, but I think the one thing the sound reminds me of is, what's that Knowledge record that Knowledge produced for Kendrick Lamar? What's that joint? What's that joint? I'm blanking on the name of it, but Knowledge. Let's see here. Knowledge Kendrick. From, what was the name of that joint? Mama. That was the joint. Kendrick Lamar. Mama. Yeah. This is exactly what I thought of when I was hearing this. Hearing this here. Okay, so I have a thought. First off, I think the bass doesn't sound bad. I will say there are some things you could do to be able to like make it better. But the reference of what I'm hearing is you have this pocket, the swing, the pianos, the atmosphere. Everything's pretty much like sitting a certain way. The only thing I will probably say is the beat overall is just really, really quiet. Like it's really, 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 really quiet. And I think for that reason, something about the bass, the bass is quite literally the only intriguing element out of the whole track. And I think because the beat can be so low, trying to tell if something is like, it just feels like it feels like the overall thing needs to be turned up. The overall thing needs to be turned up, and it sounds like there's like a high tinniness on the bass that if you just put a little filter on it, you'd be straight. Like put a filter on the bass, roll off the like highs. Anytime you get like a bass like that and it's on a track like that, you want to be able to mimic the other sounds that are in the track to kind of like make it tasteful. Like tastefulness. I've been saying that all stream. Tastefulness is funny because the concept of being tasteful is like you have the elements there, but you want to be able to fine tune it a little bit just to be able to have its own space. And I think the space that is the sound of the bass sound, all it needs is a little bit of like shaping, meaning if you filter off the bass, roll off the highs, cut the highs a little bit, and you turn the whole thing up, it'll make a lot more sense. Because what can happen is the most intriguing element will sound like sonically out of whack. But it's just simply because everything hasn't been like balanced yet. It's not even like a mixed thing. It's just crank it. Turn that mug up. Turn it up. What's that mean of the kid being like he's playing the beat and then like his instinct literally said, turn it up. And it turned into a whole meme. He literally said, turn it up. Like that's all I could think of. Turn it up. Turn it up meme. Turn it up. He literally said,
Turn it up.
oh. Yeah, he just said, turn it up. And you could tell he's listening to it and his body is like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not hearing it.
Turn it up.
Oh, okay. And as soon as he said it, it turned into a whole thing. But that was quite literally like a humanly, like, nah, this is too low. I can't feel this right now. It's hard to feel it. But that's literally the first reference I could think of for a beat like that. But Given is really dope. And I think if you turn those, you make those adjustments, I guarantee you it's going to be a solid track. Guarantee you. Your buddy would be like, hey, yo, this is pretty nice. You'd be surprised how people react when you turn something up and they're just like, yo, what did you do? Bro, I just turned it up. I just turned it up. But yo, nonetheless, we got a few more submissions remaining. Now, this is my only problem, right? I gave away 9 downloads, okay? I gave away 9 free queue slots, right? I gave away 9. Tell me how I gave away 9 and there's only 3 people submitted. Aww. Tell me how that makes sense. How does that make sense? Tell me how that makes sense. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Explain that. Explain what's happening. There's 7 individuals who have not. He said, Crash said, I hope people are not hoarding slots. I mean, hey, if you trying to hoard a slot, then you finna get gone. My grandmother has always said things must be done in decency and in order. Ain't that right there? Things must be done in decency and in order. And the only reason I set this up, and that reason is simply because things must be done in decency and in order. And I don't want to be out of order, okay? I don't want to. That is not my desire. That is not my desire. Okay, we got 3 of these, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go straight to Gumroad and email those same folks that just copped the free slot. I'm literally going to message everybody. Did you cop a free? If you copped a free slot, you need to. He said there's only 3 slots. What? If there's only 3, that means I need to give 7 more away. Well, not 7 more. I already got 3. So that means I need to give 6 away. I don't see how that's crazy though. I gotta fix that. That's not okay. That's not okay. We only got 3 people submitted. That's not right. I gotta make that mug open. So what I'm gonna do is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna give away 6. Crash submitted. Yeah, Crash submitted, Axie submitted, and Jocelyn Cartier submitted. So I'm going to give away 6. I'm going to give away 6, guys. I'm going to give away 6 of them, 6 submissions. Let's see how you're. I'm going to save changes and go from there. I'm going to give away 6. Let's give away 6. I just updated it. Just updated that mug. Go ahead. Go ahead. I just updated it. 6 remaining, 12 to skip. If you want to get your joint played right here, right now, I will play it at this moment. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna play these joints and just see. We got 6 of them remaining. I just added 6. So if you want to skip the line, go for it. Go for it. Go for it, go. Go for it, go. But yeah, we better run this one. I'm gonna go to these 3 and then be like, hey, we got 6 remaining. Yeah. All right, so let's go. So Jocelyn Cartier says here in quote, hey, Kaelin and Makers team. This beat is from a 20-beat project I ended up scrapping because the tracks didn't meet the standards I was aiming for. Aww. I wasn't happy with the mix or master of any of them. I think fear of failure and constant second guessing pushed me to drop the project. Did I add too much saturation? Did I overcompress? Pick the wrong sounds? Something feels off. But I can't tell what. What's weird is that beats I once thought had real potential now sound bad to me. Maybe I just over-listened to them. Sorry for the long message. Bro, what you apologizing for the message for? I'm here. This is what I'm here for. No worries. Hope everyone's doing well. Much love to y'all. Bro, I appreciate you for sharing. And we are going to get to the bottom of it, okay? We get to the bottom of this. Let's go. Let's get it. The Cross-Eyed Bird. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what this beat is. I'm curious. Let's see what's happening. First and foremost, my dude, that was really, really dope. Crash says it seems like that, but I don't know. But these drum pockets are crazy. First and foremost, he said, he said, this beat is from a 20 beat project. I ended up scrapping because the tracks didn't meet the standards I was aiming for. I wasn't happy with the mix or master of anything. I think the fear of failure and constant second guessing pushed me to drop the project. Did I add too much saturation, overcompress, pick the wrong sound? Something feels off, but I can't tell what. What's weird is the beats I thought once had real potential now sound bad to me. Maybe I just over-listened to them. So let me tell you something. What that is. What I learned recently about music and the brain is if you make something and you feel very closely to it, and given I can feel what you were feeling when you made this. So I want to say that what you just made was crazy. I think the problem that I hear in this is as I was hearing what you were doing, what lies underneath that is there are parts of your mind that are also defeating the very feeling that you had when you were first excited about it. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know this was a thing until I learned that the brain can actually create loops. It can. The brain can create loops and hallucinate itself if you look at the same loop way too much. And I'll tell you what that means. There's this thing, and actually, you know what? Hold on, let me look this up. So, the thought of making music and thinking what you made at first was dope at first, but then you hear it too many times and you stop. The brain has this thing where it's like, as a mirror, whatever we create, whatever we do, everything is a reflection of itself. So if we made something and we were really excited about it, if we keep looking at it over and over and over again after knowing that it's fire, our brains will take the exact same thing and start telling us, well, maybe there's something here, or maybe there's something here. The earworm that just noodled its way into your ear quite literally started to fight you. And there's this saying that says, if you look at a mirror for too long, you will hallucinate. And there's this thing on YouTube where people literally film themselves hallucinating, looking at the mirror of their own reflection. And if you look a little bit too long, you'll look over and you're looking like deformed. And it'll either scare people or mesmerize people to just stay stuck there. And the creative in me wants to tell the creative in you, the moment that you find something is really dope and you really believe it, don't stay stuck on it for too long. Let that sucker fly, bro. Let it do its thing. Because you had that feeling to be able to share and create. And think about it like this, right? We're producers, bro. We are producers and creatives. Literally the idea and the concept of failing quite literally defeats the purpose of what our names are. We produce. We create. We are co-creators from God giving us our God-given abilities and our curiosities. And if we let anything get in the way of it, it actually will slow us down and prevent us from accomplishing whatever we want. So what I say is you should drop it. Drop the project because it already exists. Let people see what you enjoy. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because perfection now, like what everybody keeps talking about with perfection, the problem with perfection is the fact that like it takes away the personal experience of something. It takes away your personality. Think about everybody trying to gun for the same exact thing, but like, what is the personal choice in it? That's why people aren't into AI. That's why certain people just are not into AI, because the thing it took for you to learn to get to that place, to learn how to take those vocal chops and beats, and perfection is not it right now. And what's way better than perfection is being personal, your personalization. The story of how you got to that point is way more valid than trying to make something knock like perfectly. So take what I'm saying with a not only just a grain of salt, but take it as, and this is for everybody. I would take this for everybody to look at whatever thing they create. If there's any moment that you feel that you're like, this I can't do, or this isn't, I feel like I'm a fail. I want to remind you, you take something, get an idea that's in your brain, and make it a reality. That's a co-creation from God to you. And that's a huge compliment for what you're capable of. And I want to commend you for sharing that. And I also want to empower you that any creative that takes a chance to share what they're doing, and there's a thing of like failure, the only way to be able to stop that thing of like, am I going to fail? Give yourself a vision. Give yourself a thing. And if you did the thing and you could play it for other people and you feel it, not does it sound perfect, but can you feel it? That's all that matters. It doesn't matter if something is perfectly mixed, engineered or not. There's big hit records that literally did not get mixed, and they're the greatest songs of all time. Keep that in mind, y'all. So, up next, we got the one and the only Axie's Beats. Axie says, "Hello, Kaelin. How are you? Hope everything is good. Here's a track I did recently. Please let me know your thoughts from mixing and everything in between. By the way, I also uploaded a short with a remix if you want to check it out. Again, thank you. Let's see what's going on, my dude. Let's poppin'. Let's see what's poppin'. Let's poppin'. Let's go." Yeah, this sample's crazy. It's a crazy flip. Absolutely. Low key, I would low key love to hear Tyler the Creator on like a different, because he produces all of his albums. I would love to hear Tyler the Creator like not produce an album but rap over the whole thing. This is what I would hear on top of it. This is exactly what I would hear. Shout out to the one and only Axie's Beats. So first and foremost, I'm gonna just go off a feel. It feels crazy. The Olivia Dean sample is like super, super tough. I think the approach to use not only just the sample, you have the right choice of drums. Korean Abdul-Jabbar, these are the drums I'm talking about for your record. You should use drums like this because they have like a certain level of aggressiveness. But I think what also works for the fact of this track, the drums are like a few sounds. The chops are pretty wise in selecting because there's parts of this beat that already, the sample kind of talks for the track itself. And sometimes that's just necessary. I think that's very, very necessary. I think you don't really need much for a track like this unless someone decides to add a lot. I think the fact that you called it a Ninth Wonder R&B Ninth Wonder old Kanye West type beat, I would have said J. Cole. I would have said J. Cole easy. Because I hear J. Cole on stuff like this. I would hear J. Cole. I would love to hear Tyler in that kind of vibe. I feel like I would hear like an OG rap on top of that as well. Matter of fact, actually, I just had a thought because you mentioned a lot of the like Ye, Pusha T, West Side Gun, J. Cole, MF Doom, Hit Boy, Conductor Williams.
Hey,
I would actually reference artists more than the producer. That is because Kanye is like, when you say Kanye, you gotta, the fact that you said old Kanye is like actually like perfect. But also too, the fact that you said Ninth Wonder, a lot of OGs click on beats because they reference something that they know. And I think something that would go beyond the thing that you know is referencing more artists. Not just the producers, but the artists. Because people come to a record, hear an artist, and then they want to find out who the producer is. So if you flip that, if you flip and be like J. Cole, I don't know, put in another crazy artist. I would love to hear Jay Electronica on something like this as well. I could definitely hear like a young Lupe on something like this as well. Lupe Fiasco. The OGs would definitely appreciate mentioning the artists that they know. And because everybody knows Ninth Wonder, everybody knows Kanye, everybody knows these types of beats, just they would fly. Now, if we're talking about the mixing and everything in between, your sounds are great, the knock is great, it feels great, and I'm actually kind of curious to see what that short looks like. Hold on, let me look this mug up. Hold up. Let me look at it. Let's see here.
Sounds so soulful, don't you agree?
Yeah. This is tough.
I invented sweat. Popping bottles, putting supermodels in the cab. Proof.
I'll raise you one more. Next time, get a video of the artist actually like in the room or in the studio, just kind of like bopping and vibing like this. Pick one of those joints and like get a video of the artist that you're referencing of them just vibing to it. And it could be literally anybody. That you get an artist vibing on top of a beat with your acapella, it's a rap. It's a rap, my friend. Absolute rap, my friend. So shout out to Axie's Beats. I love what you did. I love the track. So shout out to the one and only. Up next, we got Crash Fleet. And Crash Fleet says, "What up, world? What up, Crash? Crash. He says, I dropped a single last Friday titled Lift Off Part 1. It's been an idea I've had for about 2 years. I haven't dropped it because I didn't necessarily fit past projects. I got tired of letting it sit, so I'm releasing it for my next project. I'm thinking something along the realm of a fresh start or renewal of a mindset. After a year that had me in a slump, I don't know yet. A beat video for it will be posted on IG, YouTube, and maybe TikTok after the stream or Saturday morning. Anyways, peace. Enjoy and peace times 5. Yeah, I love the fact that you say peace times 5 all the time, bro. So shout out. Let's see what's going on. Lift Off by Crash Fleet. I'll tell you what song just popped in my mind. Yeah, Crash, right here. I'm a survivor. This is what I thought of. Yeah. I just thought about Survivor. I don't know why I thought about it. Yo, you can... Yo, Crash. You can simply just take just the hook. Just the hook. Because go, I'm a survivor. Go up 2 notes and just loop the hook. I'm a survivor. That would be super crazy. So, shout out to Crash Fleet, bro. That's actually dope. You said there is a part 2 of this track because this is Lift Off Part 1. Y'all definitely got to peep that. Peep that joint because it's in his releases. If you haven't peeped, he's made all the artwork to this. So shout out to Crash Fleet for the one time. Let's see if anybody skipped the line. Nobody. So we technically got like 2 more submissions left before I hop up off of here, y'all. Aww. Up next, we got Alex Eckstein. Alex Eckstein. Got some in my ear. My eye. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. He said, peep my page. I have a bunch of beats. Let's see what's happening. Alex Eckstein. If you don't know who Alex Eckstein is, he says, I have a bunch of beats. Alex, so first and foremost, I like the vibe. I like the reversed sample kind of sonic. I love the way you approached it. Pharaoh got that. He said I could hear this on Adult Swim. I low-key could too. It feels like an Adult Swim bump, if you will. It feels like an Adult Swim bump. And I like how like the approach of it feels very chill. It almost reminds me of July Heat from Flalo. Because Flalo would do a lot of stuff where he would reverse samples and just have like a Dilla pocket. I also did not know there's an old interview he did years ago. Flalo did years ago. and he talked about, well, actually, I think it was an interview or J-Rock. J-Rock was with Stone's Throw back then, and he remembers Flying Lotus submitting a demo tape to Stone's Throw, and the demo tape sounded a lot like Dilla. But this is before the Flying Lotus that we know, and the demo tape that he sent to Stone's Throw was July Heat, the beat tape. Now, I don't know, and I hope to God there is an explanation one day. I hope to God there's like I hope there's something that Flylo talks about within his story, within his approach to beat making that changed between the year 2006 and the year 2008. There was some sort of grand moment that he had production-wise. Like there was some moment that he had, and if I'm tripping, let me know. But there was a moment Flylo had where he went from making these Dilla-esque kind of joints, and then all of a sudden he starts making the craziest experimental beats and continues to make the craziest combinations of production like ever. No one talks about that. Like no one talks about that transition from like Dilla to Flylo. No one ever talks about that. But this Alex Eckstein reminds me of like the July Heat beat tapes that Flylo would do. Even here's a crazy one. Slumgulon. If you don't know who Slumgulon is, there was a producer named Sir OJ. I think there's another dude named FS Green, and I'm blanking on the third guy. But they were a 3 producer combo, and they would make some of the craziest stuff. But a lot of their beats remind me of the energy here, Alex, and yeah, man, it sounds really dope. I would probably have to peep game. Probably have to peep game on more of them because he has a bunch of different projects. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. He got a bunch of beats. He got a bunch of them. 2025 was his year, bro. He got a bunch of stuff. He just said, let me go ahead and drop. He said, let me drop. So, shout out. Korean Abdul-Jabbar said, let me go ahead and get this free one off real quick. Ain't nobody skipped the line. He said, unreleased edit. Tried something different with this one. Was keeping the words, negative space, and tension in my mind. And there's also a sample from an NBA game in there. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. Let's go.
Korean Abdul-Jabbar.
Have you ever been punched in your motherfucking face?
You know what? The level of this experimentation is is very similar to. It reminds me of when TDE went through that late 2010 period and just got really experimental. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is already well known for doing that experimentation. So that's just. But to hear Kendrick's voice with experimentation is always great. It's just great. It's just really great. It's really great. Like, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is really, really great. What you do is really great, bro. And I think the idea of keeping the words negative space and tension in mind, there's something that was super, super thought-provoking hearing that kind of pattern on top of that kind of beat. And it was Baby Keem's voice was actually really, really clever. So, bro, shout out to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the one time. We got 2 submissions remaining. Up next, we got Pharaoh Got That Heat. And he says nothing. Pharaoh Got That Heat up next. Let's see what's going on. Let's pop in.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know. No.
Hey, welcome to the club.
This beat is moving, bro. Jesus. Yeah. Bum, ba, dum, dum. Bum, ba, bum, ba. Hey. I wonder where you got the vocal sample from. Shout out to the one and only Pharaoh for the one time.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
First and foremost, Pharaoh, you do have that heat. So let me go ahead and commend you on submitting that heat to it. And I think what's dope is your approach to the pocket was tough. Excuse me. What I wasn't expecting was the vocal sample, and it actually fit pretty well. It felt like a is his name Big Mike that I'm thinking of? Is it Big Mike? Killer Mike, that's who it is. I thought about Killer Mike's album that he came out with a couple of years ago, and he got nominated. It got nominated and won 3 Grammys. It was a total sweep. That beat reminds me of something I would hear on that project. What was the Killer Mike project? Grammy album. What was that joint? And he ended up getting arrested right after that. What was the name of the album? This one, Michael. If that's a beat I would hear on Michael 100%. Clear as day, I would definitely hear that beat on this project because it's the pocket. It feels very grand. Even though the sounds have even though it's like the mix is whatever, the beat feels crazy. Andre got a joint on it. Yes, he does. Yeah, so that's what I think, bro. That's what I definitely think. But bro, it's a tough track. It's a super tough track. Yeah, shout out to Pharaoh for the one time. Shout out to Pharaoh. Rio says, where do I drop stuff? Go over to my KaelinEllis.gumroad site and cop a slot, and I will listen to whatever you submit to me. We have about 12 slots remaining. You can skip the line. Skip the line. Go ahead and get whatever you want to be played in front of the stream, and I'll play it here. I'll give you my honest critique here in my humble abode. I appreciate everybody just vibing out. Why does that keep happening? There we go. But yes. Yeah. But we got a few remaining unless anybody skips the line. So 2 submissions remaining. KaelinEllis.gumroad.com. Go to Q slot. Go to feedback. And submit your joint. Up next, we got Kesso. And Kesso says here in quote, my bad not hoarding. No, we didn't think someone said hoarding. I'm not saying you were hoarding. He said, just being a dad out here picking up kids and cooking so I can get back to the real stove. I have this track for artist David G from Nevada. Would like feedback on direction. I can go tell a story and pull on the emotions of people. Makers, much love, peace and mangoes. I don't know why I thought about peach when I saw peace. Let's see here. Let's going on. Let's pop in. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, let's going on. Boom. I give away like 9 slots, and then I end up paying and having everybody skip. That way I'd be able to keep the bills, keeps the lights on. Keep the lights on at all times. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's go. Kesso. So Kesso said, would like feedback on direction. I can go tell a story and pull the emotions on people. So there is actually a good reference I could probably pull for this one, because looking at for face value, it is an R&B record, so I definitely expect someone to be singing. I definitely think with this kind of idea, less is more. And I think for this kind of track, there are some elements in this thing that work very well. I love how the melody, the chords, the progression, the drums that hit after it is very, very tasteful. I really believe that not only just the taste, but the sonic palette of what you're choosing is great for a singer. The name of the artist is going to be for David G. Whether his voice is like boastful, tone wise, maybe for like R&B, this is a perfect pocket. What I would recommend on direction is, when you think about direction for like a project or direction for a record, what makes certain ideas worth like pulling on the idea and the emotion of people is that there's more than just the loops of life. For the track, there were some moments where I felt like the chords could come out for a moment. And not only just the chords, but like when it comes to R&B songs, R&B is literally rhythm and blues. Rhythm and blues also has a correlation to hip hop, which is majority bass, drums, and a little bit of musicianship. And I think the chords are the best example of the musicianship that you could probably take out as it's going, especially the fact that it's like, it's 4 minutes and 16 seconds. And then there was one more element in this that I think you should actually re-pitch. I wouldn't say remove, because I think it actually adds value. It's just the context of how you're using this element that I'm about to point out could be a little bit different. Let me pull it up real quick. This right here. So there's this crazy like sounding arpeggiator that hits before it drops. And it does it at the beginning, and it does it midway, and it does it at the very end. Right here. Let me see. That sound is one pitch flat from the actual sample. If you go up one note, you will be absolutely gravy. Because hearing it at first was a little bit jarring. However, if you just take that sample that if you pitch it at one more semitone, it'll be exactly in key of the song. So let me like keep that. I think what would benefit you for ideas like this, for telling a story with what you have, consider some moments where the elements that go throughout the whole beat drop out. Like, take the chords that are there and drop them out every so often. That way, it'll create like an ebb and a flow. And someone like an artist will be able to listen to it and be like, you know what, actually, I think I could see something on this, because you've created enough of a space for someone to do something. So take like every 16 bars, remove something that anchors the entire song. And so far, the chords do that. If you remove the chords out of this beat, what does that sound like? And apply that mute or that openness, that negative space. You know, you have to let the beat breathe. Let the beat breathe. Let it breathe. So I hope that makes sense, my dude. We have 2 submissions remaining. Aww. Up next, we got Who Is of Link. Says nothing. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's go to it. Let's get to it. Let's get jiggy, y'all. Let's go. this though. This is dope. Shout out to the one and only, Mr. Soft Link. Who is Soft Link? So first and foremost, I definitely think the ode to Lotus on that break, me being a Flying Lotus fan for years and studying his work, hearing that pocket after it's been so many years actually brings back a lot of memories. So hearing that pocket on top of the anime inspired direction, like the ethereal pad on the crazy organic drum break or the crazy organic drum loop that is the Flying Lotus record. There is a crazy experimentation where it's grooving. Okay. So it made me want to do this, right? So feeling wise, I could tell you made this and you were just like, boo, 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 boo. But when we think about like where it could possibly go, what would probably benefit you in those moments is breaking up the attention by adding some new elements. And I remember actually reading up on a few individuals who talked about like experimental beats being really great. But one of the things that experimental beats lack outside of just like, obviously people being like, oh, where's the voice at? Where's the song? Boo, boo, boo. Instrumental music sometimes can lean itself way too repetitive for way too long. And that's usually because whatever extra ideas there could be aren't explored. And I want to give you a framework that could potentially help you add to that. Whenever I make beats, I think not only just from the palette of sounds that I got, but also I add, what is a crazy element? What is a crazy element that I add to this? And how far can I go in that rabbit hole? And literally back then, I would try and add as many different random sounds as possible into a session and just take whatever I had and make it make sense. Give every sound that you add a direction. And so the pocket, the vocal, the sample, great. What is another element that could possibly move like the drums, move like the pad, move like the vocal? That would be a great additive thing. That's why loops are always great. You can always add a loop and then see what kind of thing could be added there. Percussions, having a little breakdown part. Even too, I would also recommend, listening to beats like a DJ. Like, you know how DJs will play beats and they'll mute the beat or like drop things out and then like switch over. I would recommend making your beats like a DJ. If a DJ had access to the sounds that you had, what would they do in those moments? And imitate them, because that can influence your production drastically. And I think for 3 minutes and 47 seconds, you have a great, solid foundation. Take somebody somewhere, man. Take them to that place. Throw an anime sample. Throw like another anime sample on top of that can switch it up and break up the energy. And that way you can be able to like give it some expansion. So I hope that works. Variety in the instrumentation is 100% key. 100%. So last but not least, we got one more last submission. Aww. Up next, last, we have Monet or Monai. Says here in quote, open to any feedback you have. Thanks. Friday night. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's happening. Last submission. Let's go. We got one more submission after this. Shout out to the one and only Monet. Carly Cox. Open to any feedback you have. Okay, so listening to the idea, I think one thing that popped up in my mind is what I'm hearing through everything is the idea of what you're choosing sonically in your sonic palette. I hear that there is a direction. It feels very kind of like funky, soulful. There's definitely like a little bit of a soulful grittiness to it that I hear that your approach is. What does seem to get in the way is that amidst the pianos that you're picking for your samples, a lot of them do have, some of them do clash. So like, let's say for instance, if you're playing a piano sample and then you layer another piano sample on top of that, if they're both not going into the same direction, they can clash. That's a life analogy. Wow. That's a life analogy, Dad. Yeah, if things are going in two different directions and they go into, they clash. So hearing how the piano chords for one chord was going one direction and then the other one was going a different direction. And then you also take into account that the strings were also going in a direction, but they were like all heading towards the same destination, but the directions for all of them clashed a little bit. And what I would actually recommend, and I guess ask the question of, is what is the direction that I want everything to take? Do I want these chords on the piano to play this specifically? Do I want this bass to specifically follow the chords of the piano? And how can I allow the chords of the piano, the bass following the chords of the piano, the strings following the chords of the piano? How can all of that be in the same cohesion? Because sometimes if that isn't necessarily laid in the foundation, everything can sound like everything at the same time. So what I would recommend is there was a piano sample that you started off with in the beginning that kind of created this thing as it went on. I would allow that to be your entire anchor for this track, because I heard the bass start to follow it too. Even the fact that you switched drums at the very end, that was a tasteful approach. What can help you be able to be cognizant is looking at the direction of all the sounds you're choosing and seeing if they're going down the same path. That's why me personally, when I use a bunch of different loops, and I'm sure you guys have watched me make beats before, taking the sounds, I'll literally mute parts of the loop that either clash or don't go in the same direction. That's how I'm able to make everything work all together at the same time, because every sound, every loop, every melody has a direction. It is up to you to choose and decide where it lands and where it goes. If things are going in different directions, they will clash. So keep that in mind. But I think it's really funky and soulful. And I think making those adjustments can be able to make it better. Up next, we have one last submission for tonight. The final submission, that is. And this one is by Satin Panther. Satin Panther, let's see here. Got to go here real quick and then rock it. And then rock it real quick. Rock it real quick. Let's see here. All right, Satin Panther says here, end quote, trying to get back into it. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Got the drop box. Got the drop box. Getting there. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. This is very like ethereal. Appreciate everybody vibing out tonight. Live here on Makers FM. for one, let me just go ahead and say that was crazy. I really enjoyed the journey that is that track. I'll tell you this. It maxes it out about how long? It was like 44 minutes and like 6 seconds. High key, because you have a lot of really, really great pieces working together in that, you could easily trim a minute off of this and it has the same effect. The reason that is because there are some pieces in this that run a bit long. However, though, if you're trying to get back into it and that's what you're making, bro, trim your decisions and you're good. You're good. Like I can hear, especially in that flip and that transition where it like dropped and drooped down and it went and then it came back up. Dog, that is masterful. Okay. That is masterful. And I really do think in not only just that first half. The first half is such a great tone setter, but you could really kind of give people an ease in. And then you like, as soon as you establish it, take it away and then give them that second part. That second part is the steak and potatoes of the whole thing. It's got a whole identity to it. Even me, it made me think about like the year 2007 and folks were making crump beats back with like the craziest samples. It kind of reminds me of the crump remix to Family Guy. If y'all ain't never heard that beat before, it is loud and it is a crazy beat to crump to. But I remember hearing something like that years ago, and hearing that beat you just played reminded me of the crump Family Guy flip. But what I loved about the crump Family Guy flip is the fact that they allowed the sample to kind of like do its thing. And hearing what you just did in that, I'm hearing how you're playing with the sample and letting it just kind of speak. You're letting the sample speak, and that is what matters, bro. J Squad, that's exactly who I'm talking about. J Squad. Hold on, let me pull that mug up because this is exactly what I'm gonna literally end the stream on this. Shout out to the one and only J Squad Family Guy. That's probably my favorite one. Yeah. Kids don't understand how crazy this flip was. Folks don't understand how crazy this flip is. Hold on.
That all you see.
They flipped the Family Guy. This is exactly what this beat reminded me of. This right here, bro. This right here. It's just loud, but it's like, it's just so distorted, but it's, I thought this was one of the hardest beats ever as a kid. But, bro, honestly, I would lean heavy into your influences because what you're curious about literally created what you made. And what it did, it brought me back into why I really love making music in the first place, bro. But nonetheless, guys, that is Feedback Friday. And if you did not know, for every person who copped a slot, I have a giant Discord full of creatives, Makers Club members, creatives, people who make music, 3,000 worldwide producers around the planet, cooking up, creating, making things. And if you copped a slot tonight, if you purchased one, you gained access to the Discord. You gained access to it. And I just want to commend everybody for submitting, because tonight has been one incredible night of listening to some of the craziest submissions. We had almost over 30 submissions. Yeah, we had over 30 submissions tonight, guys. And I'm 100% thankful for you guys. I'm not only just thankful for you guys individually, creatively, Makers Club members, I'm individually thankful that you guys sit here, watch me make beats, talk about beats, give feedback, and I'm glad and appreciative of the fact that you guys value my words. And I don't know, I just really am appreciative of you guys for just vibing out with your boy for the last several hours. And so tonight, Feedback Friday, January 9th, 2026, we will be live again Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern, in the slowly but surely being renovated studio space that I have. I actually got rid of the futon, unfortunately. But within getting rid of the futon, it actually opened up way more space to actually give the spot a little bit more vision. And I think that's just gonna be the vision, taste, and direction is gonna be the words for this year. And I'm really, really thankful for you guys to not only just tune in every week, but just watch your boy just do what he's doing. So you guys joined me tonight in my kitchen, and Crash says new beat video tomorrow morning, by the way. Shout out to Crash. Crash got a beat video coming out tomorrow morning. And yes, if you haven't tapped in with the Makers Club, highly urge you guys to go over to my KaelinEllis.gumroad site. I have tons of sounds, tons of tools, tons of resources that will help you as an individual creative make music. Take it from me as an example. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys Monday. We have a Monday night beat therapy where we're going to be listening to the sample flips that is currently due in the Discord right now. We have a weekly sample flip challenge that is due literally right now. Hop in the Discord and tap in. Guys, I love you. Have a wonderful night. Peace out. Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Neelock, the Beat Ninja, checking in from Atlanta, Georgia, and you are now rocking with the sounds of the one and only Makers Club, brought to you by my homie Kaelin Ellis, right here on WMKRS FM. Makers Club Radio, live for 5. Let's get it.